Beautiful Monday morning out there to everybody. The 12th day of the month of March 2018. Daybreak Show Citizens Forum on Rock City 101.9 FM here in the city of Abeokuta. Dele, Ayodo is my name. Once again, welcoming you to the Citizens Forum.
And I am Tobi Joseph.
Right, this morning we'll be looking at the ongoing Joint Admission and Matriculation Examination. Well, as it is statutory, it will be very difficult, very difficult for you to get admission into any higher institution in Nigeria without a JAMB Matriculation number at least. The other things that can happen well, for us, not the topic for discussion. The examination started yesterday, on Friday. Really, the modified action, purely basically a computer-based examination as introduced by the board a few years ago. Well, when it started, well, expectedly, there were initial hiccups. But today, can we say JAMB have really surpassed that? What are the improvements seen on this? We often have issues about whether JAMB should be or not to be. Again, it may not be our focus, but then the issues are still there. We have online, really, the spokesperson for the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, Dr. Fabian Benjamin. Good morning, sir.
Good morning and good morning, listeners.
All right. First of all, stay on the line. We have our clips from some of those students who sat for the examination beginning from Saturday. Just listen to it. It's very short from these young ones, and then we'll come back to you. Just stay on the line, Dr. Fabian Benjamin.
Yeah, I'm 16 years old. So I sat for the ongoing JAMB exam on 9th March 2018. Covenant University of the exam went well. I'm very satisfied. There was no cheating, no security lapses, no technical issues as well. They worked really well. There was only a computer that had fault, and the technical people were on ground to take care of everything. So it was enough, and after I even finished, I even went back to check my questions. Very good exam, very good one. So we're over 200. My name is Damilola Oyesola. I am 18 years old. I sat for the exam on the 10th of March 2018. My center was at Napoli. The conduct of the exam went well yesterday. It was very smooth. There was tight security. There was no malpractices, and there was no complaint at all. The systems were they were all functional. There was no malfunctioning system. Everything it went smoothly. The time given was enough for us. The supervisors were good. They were of good conduct. Grace, EIBSC, Federal College of Education. On Friday, 9th of March 2018, I am 13 years old. No power failure, sir. The security. Actually, they were told that there were CCTV on the trainer, so the security wasn't really tight. They did it very well.
My name is Asmawi Aliya Ajoke. I wrote my exam at Djibouti. I live in Oru. There was no issue. Maybe because we were addressed on what we bring in and then how to compose ourselves. So I believe everybody we are matured. So we speak to the rules and regulations given to us. We start exactly 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. They checked us. We were there before 3 o'clock. We were there like 1. Everybody was there before 3 o'clock. So we began the check by, I think, 1 check. Everybody was in the center before 3 o'clock. We were all there. Everything was working effective. I finished 20 minutes before 5 o'clock.
All right, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, are you still online?
Yes.
Okay. You've listened to those young ones' opinion, position about the exam health. Will you say you got it wrapped up from what they said?
In what we do in JAMB, we don't look at the good side. We emphasize on the bad side. Because at times when you look at the good side of your operations, you may want to raise on your hours. What we do is to look at a few challenges. We don't bother ourselves with the level of processes. Rather, we bother ourselves with the 1% challenge that we have, and then we see how we can fix that. In your opening remarks, you talked about initial hitches. In every human endeavor, there are one or two things that may likely not go according to plan. But the most important thing in preparation is that wherever there are challenges, you should be able to immediately on time to allow the system flows. What we do is that we have that at any point in time where there are issues, such issues are fixed immediately to write their examination. For every candidate that have obtained our form and have registered for our examination, he or she must sit for this examination. So far, so good, but whatever it is, whatever challenge that may come in the course of this examination due to end on Friday, we are prepared, we are ready, we have the infrastructure facility to ensure that every candidate writes exam at the comfort of his examination center.
Dr. Fabian, that's where I want to pick you up. Right now, we have people moved. You heard one of those ones said she moved from Moru to Ijebode. When are we going to have that dream of yours realize that I can sit, my child can sit in the living room with her computer and then do the examination?
Right. Technology is evolving, and I want to believe that one day we'll get there. Initially, we were even thinking of open book in the sense that will allow you go into the examination with your book, with everything, and sit and write your examination. But we've not gotten there yet. We'll get there one day. We are urging good spirit Nigerians to do that, to ensure that they come into the business of business, so that we have relatively enough centers every week for candidates to sit for this exam, not necessarily having to travel hundreds of kilometers for them to go and do this exam. But I want to believe that as technology progresses, one day we'll get to that we are talking about.
All right, Dr. Benjamin. Hello.
I hear you.
Yeah, Dr. Benjamin, where exactly can the students have their results?
Well, CPT examination, as soon as they write this exam, and for me, their results are ready. But people want, last year we released results on time just to prove a point that look, CBT is CBT as it's applied. And immediately you click your submit button, your result is ready. We can give you that result at the end of the examination. But if you recall, you will know that with the CBT being fixed in every center, it is not just for nothing. It is not just for decoration. The CCTV is for us to preview and see what transpired at the center. Examination must be discovered even after the examination. We don't want a situation whereby we release the results, then we'll begin to go back to cancel results. So what we want to do this year, there is no thing I can speak with you, but what we want to do is that after the examination, we will look at all the centers. If there are issues, we investigate, and those found guilty, their results will be held before we now release results. So that if the candidate has the results, he or she will not go back tomorrow and then see that the result is held.
Now, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, the mock examination was supposed to actually make sure that every system is tried and waterproof to prevent many of these challenges that some of the students are complaining about. Would you say that it has achieved that?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Well, you see, you are doing examination in about 600 centers. If you are doing examination in 600 centers, even if all the center, technology, anything can happen at any point in time. We've done that, we've ensured our centers are ready, but again, we have also prepared for eventuality. Because it's one thing for you to even buy a new set, it's another thing for you to fix it, and it's either blown off, or there's a switch problem here, a cable problem here. So after the mock examination, we certify, shortly before the examination, we were talking about 605 centers, but on the, we speak now, we are conducting about 598 centers. So there are some centers that we use who fails after the mock, we discover certain challenges after the mock, and we test. But that is not to say that there will be no problem. There will be problem. You can fix a brand new center, brand new computers, brand new generator, brand new everything. You get that tomorrow, you have a draw switch and all these things. The most important thing that I said earlier is that when these issues come up, you have the capacity for you to address them immediately for candidates to sit for their examination. And they have a last option. There are situations whereby we can even relocate the candidate. If we discover that that center cannot be fixed on time, we'll put the candidate to a nearby center for them to do the examination.
Now, this year, there's a drop in the number of candidates sitting for the exam if you compare with last year. What do you think is the reason for this? And does it cause for any concern?
Factors. One of the factors, we introduced a transparent system of admission via the platform we call CAP, and that ensures that a reasonable number of candidates were admitted as against what was the number before. And most of these candidates are full previous years, those that register and could not get admission, they fall back to register again and again. So what we do with CAP to ensure a transparent admission process, open up. When the system is transparent, you have more spaces. This year, that's 2017, I mean, we admitted more candidates that we've been admitting before. That also reduced the number of candidates that were registered this year. And also, we introduced certain places to ensure that no multiple registration. In the past, some candidates will register twice. Some will register both direct entry and UTME. But this is that such numbers are reduced. And if you look at it, the difference is not actually much. You know, it's something like and that could be the result of some of the policies that we've introduced and the transfer addition that we've.
Now, before we let you go, yearly you announce the candidates with the best result. This year, what are you going to do or give as a way of incentive or inspiring others to be of good conduct during this examination? Anything in that line? Hello, Dr. Fabian. Hello. Okay, I think the network, we've lost. Hello, it's still on there, yeah. Hello, can you hear us?
Alright, let's see if we can reestablish connection with Dr. Benjamin.
Re-establish contact with the spokesperson of the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, Dr. Fabian Benjamin. My question before that line went always, yearly you do come up with the name of the candidate we have.
I was saying that in years past, cowbells from private sector concern, we are actually at the forefront of sending that kind of innovation. And we are again calling on Nigerians, private sector, Nigerians with the means, for them to also invest in education to see how they can encourage these candidates for them to do better. Government cannot do this alone. Like in the other side of in the entertainment industry, a lot of investment is being made. Let us channel a reasonable 10% of what is being spent in the entertainment industry to spend it on education. I think we'll be going somewhere. If you look at the amount of money that or this spend on what they call Big Brother Africa or something like that. If you bring the investment to education, I think we'll be getting it right. Because we're not putting it right. Because education, when people do things like quiz and all this, and you see the kind of price they give, it's insulting and very, very discouraging. So we appeal to the private sectors, we appeal to Nigerians that have the means, we appeal to even your registration. You can do something. If you decide to say, okay, we'll say the best candidate, this is what we're going to, no matter how big to start from somewhere, and then we'll be getting there.
All right. So, in other words, there's no definite gift or incentive for the candidate as we speak.
No. Not
all right. We appreciate your joining us on the program. You want to say something?
No, I was just trying to say that if you want to partner with us, why not?
All right. Thank you, Dr. Fabian Benjamin. We appreciate you for joining us on Rock City 101.9 FM's Daybreak Show.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's the voice of the JAMB spokesperson. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Dr. Fabian Benjamin. We also have a guest in the house with us.
Yes, we have an IT expert and consultant, Ms. Oyesola Damilola. Thank you for joining us on the Daybreak Show this morning.
Thank you.
All right, you heard the spokesman of JAMB, Dr. Benjamin. They are trying to perfect the system. They also have the plans to make sure that even these examinations can be written in the comfort of people's homes, so that the students don't even have to go out once we have the required technology. With your own experience, do you think Nigeria has come of age to be able to almost create a foolproof system that will even make sure that students can write these examinations in their homes?
Well, thank you very much. Actually, the way I see the whole thing, we are improving every day, and technology is improving every day. However, there's room for improvement. That's what I would say. Because years in Ogun State, we might have gotten it right. We might be on track. However, in some states, they will still have some serious issues as regards software, network issues, and you will quite agree with me, in places like Imeko, where they are still having issues as regards network, things like that might be a little bit difficult. Unless if technologies like C-band and C-band technologies will be made available, and some other newer technologies will be made available in such areas. So in as much as I quite agree with the JAMB spokesman, I will still say that there's still room for improvement. And for us to have quality and quality service delivery to the masses, there is need for us to have an all-round approach to this exam, in which we look at all these things. I mean, we look at all the stakeholders coming together to see that it works.
Mr. Oyesola, the question is, this is your own field.
Yes.
How soon do you think we can get to that point where these exams can be written right in even in your kitchen with your own system?
Well, I believe that as the whole as we are trying as much as possible to deploy enough network technologies throughout the whole nation, with the advent of the internet, because internet is like the backbone to the whole thing. So the more internet penetrates into all our local places, to all places within Nigeria, the earlier the better. But I would suggest that there is need for us to also create avenue for investors to make this whole thing work, because right now, some places are unable to reach this thing. So the more, and some parents too, some students do not know how to use this computer very well.
So that's my question to you. Do you think we have benefited? When we say we, the parents, the pupils, the institution, the state has benefited from this introduction of CBTE for the UTME exams?
Well, partly they have, but not all. To be sincere with you, let me explain. To the CBT centers, I would say, well, to the pricing it's okay. However, I would say how much that is being given to that's been allotted for the conduct of this examination is a little bit low. That's one thing I would like us to know. So if you want people to invest to ensure quality, approach, a quality an exam to this thing, I would say let's incentive be given to the people conducting the exam. More incentives should be given so that they can invest more. Some people are ready to have 1,000 seater, to even go to local areas like Ilara within Ogun State, go to Ikwokia to set up centers, rather than the limited number of centers we have in Ogun State. People are ready to, we can hear the JAMB spokesman saying that we have 605 centers throughout the whole Nigeria, which has been reduced to 598 in the entire country, in which you can do better if there is room.
There's nothing wrong if a state, just Ogun State, has that number of centers.
And at least I've conducted a lot of exams for prometric, person VUE. I know how we do it, and I believe if all these things, if all the people, the stakeholders are well paid, and the parents are encouraged to do the right thing, though parents will have their own challenges, not making adequate preparation for the student to register on time. They come in at the last minute or maybe a day after to say they will still want to register for JAMB, and some other things. They still have their own issue, but I believe gradually we can improve on it.
Okay, let's begin to have you participate. Those of you who sat for it, or you have a child that sat for the exam or sitting for it, it's I think it's a week long. Let's get your experience. Let's get those comments you think you have, issues that you need to raise about the exam from you. 0809-868-7344 and 0909-146-9670.
You can also reach us via the short code 32120, or you have to just type ROCK, leave a space, type your message, include your name, and send to 32120. You can also reach us on our social media platforms. At Rock City FM is our Twitter handle, and Rock City FM 11.9 is our fan page on Facebook. You know the rules. If you're calling, you have to turn down the volume on your radio set, tell us your name, and then where you're calling from. Then you can go ahead with your contribution. We expect you to do that in just 2 minutes. It's very, very important that you stick to these rules. And no insults on personalities, no attack unnecessarily, or calling anyone names, or coming up with claims you cannot substantiate. Let's be very civil, polite, and of course mature in our comment. Let's have our first set of calls. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, we can hear you. Your name?
Thank you, brothers in the studio. My name is Venerable Omonli. I went with some students to Igboora here, and whatever I am saying now is the correct version of the story, and it's the experience that we all had from all those parents that went from Adokuta here to Igboora. In fact, we started the exam by 6 p.m. and our students, about 20 of them, started by 3 p.m. And when the students were about to come out, in fact, what they told us, and we verified, was in the middle of the exam, the system went off. And for about 40 minutes, 1 hour, they could not access the system. And there was a particular student that actually started his own by 6:30. And before we got to Adokuta, it was about 9 p.m. In fact, the student was just too tough. So for that Igboora CBT center, I think they had to work on it more than other systems. The other systems are working very well. People that went to Shele, people went that went to Napoli, the experience they had was very smooth. But that of all Igboora is just too hectic.
All right, noted. Thank you very much, Omole. That's what we are trying to find. That just like Oyesola was saying, it appears that the city center or the big cities, towns, system were perfected. Unlike when you go to the hinterlands, he just talked about Igboora. Let's get more calls. Hello. Hello. Good morning, somebody.
Good morning, Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning to Mr. Speaker.
Good morning.
I'm calling from the church.
Thank you for
I
calling.
just want to tell the man about the experience of these our children, but by putting them to far distance tests for that exam. An incident happened last year.
Let's look at this year. Sir, let's talk about this year and one first-hand experience.
I want to appeal to them. So please, put their system in order. And secondly, whenever they want to put this students to anywhere, it should not be so far to their town. Please, I'm appealing. Thank you very much. God bless you.
0909-146-9670. Hello. Hello, somebody. Good morning. We have you on air. Good morning. Okay, Mr. Etela. Okay. There's somebody there. Is there? How do you think they can solve that problem of not posting people too far away from where they live. To a child, even Oru to Yabo, well, it's a distance. So, what do you think? How do you think this can be resolved?
Well, thank you, sir. As much as I quite agree with the quality of exam testing, one thing I would like to say is this, that for us to ensure to ensure that the distance is not much. I mean, we don't have far distances for student placement in terms of exam. That means there is need for us to create more CBT more CBT testing centers, more CBT centers. And for this to happen, I think one of the things I would like to say is this, that this year, when the JAMB registrar was saying that they declare profit in terms of the registration, in terms of the exam conducted last year, I think these are some of the things they have to ensure that such money that profit they made is not supposed to be for profit making.
No, we don't know where the money came from. One thing
I think they should use such kind of funds for is for them to ensure that more CBT centers are created, especially in remote areas where the distances are far. They should create more more centers, and possibly make the business viable and lucrative for potential investors, so that potential investors can come into this business, and it should be quite rewarding. I know of some institution that said not to conduct this CBT exam in their school, all because the return on investment in setting up this CBT exam.
But if you continue to look at it, CBT from the business angle,
yes,
don't you think we'll be missing the purpose? The purpose is to have these young ones write an exam with the zero minimum level of risk,
yes,
and then the maximum level of comfort,
yes,
psychological confidence, yes, and then we have a clear examination situation. That's the purpose.
Yes, that's
so
the
If
purpose.
we want to treat it as a business thing, don't you think we'll be missing it?
I quite agree with you. It's actually not for business, but at the same time, it should be open. There are a lot of organizations, educational.
Let's go through this message, please.
This one says, with the student submissions, it's clear that JAMB performed excellently well, but according to Dr. Fabian Benjamin, there's still a chance for more improvement. That's Bankole Lubayo Sam tweeting that. He went further. Likewise, our government need to invest more in the area of education, rather than sharing 13.5 million monthly among senators as running costs. More CBT centers should be created. What can you say about this?
Yeah, I quite agree with that with Mr. Bankole, that there is more CBT centers need to be created.
Alright, 0809-8687-344 and 0909-146-9670 for the telephone numbers. We'll take calls. We'll also take your messages on the short code 32120.
Let me quickly ask you this before we take more calls and messages. You said that there is need for government to build more CBT centers. Would it be appropriate, or would it augur well for the sanity of the examination and the performance of the CBT centers if government construct and operate the CBT centers, or they just continue to liaise with private investors who are building these CBT centers?
Thank you. Well, I would say this. If government would like to partner and maintain on standard.
Okay, I think we have a caller. Then let's also. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you, sir.
I am fine. How are you, sir? I saw something in the house. I'm okay from Ayodo. As I said back, the man interview from Abuja, I think I have to commend JAMB this time around. But yet, the centers are still very far from many students. I wish anywhere where there is an tertiary institution, whether a campus or full-fledged one. I think they should endeavor to have a civic centers here and then making it closer and accessible to these rural government areas of it.
Hello? Okay. Hello, good morning. You are on Good Morning, Daybreak Show, Rock City 101.9 FM. Okay, that's another dropped call. 0809868734 and 0909146967. Okay, while we are waiting, okay, somebody's there. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
My name is Abi. Calling from London.
Abi, you need to speak up, please.
My name is Abi.
Okay.
I'll be digressing in what you are saying.
No, sorry. Except it has to do with the focus, you can keep that till Friday. If what you want, your submission is different from what we are saying, you can keep that till Friday. I'm sorry about that. Hello? Hello? Alright, now, last year, the results came almost immediately, 24 hours after hospital. This year, we had Dr. Fabian Benjamin says it's deliberate. The first one to check the security checks using the CCTV they have there before releasing this result. From the way computer operates on the CCTV, do you think this is necessary because of the apprehension that would likely to follow be in these students who sat for the exams?
Thank you very much, presenter. I think it's better, being that it's the first time they are trying to do this, and for every test scenario, there's room for eaches. So I think it is better. I believe by next year we should have an almost immediate.
Okay, we have somebody. Hello. All right, 32120. Let's check out a messages coming from the short code or Twitter handle.
32120 is a shortcut number. Keep sending your messages. Type rock, leave a space, type your message, include your name, and send to 32120. At Rock City FM is
somebody is online. It's on the phone. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, Olufemi Adebayo from Obancho. Hello.
We can hear you. Your 2 minutes is counting. Olufemi Adebayo.
I just want to confirm from the man in the house, because there is the news we read on over the weekend concerning ongoing JAMB, and the news stated that why they were checking in students on Saturday in one of the centers in Lagos State, that some people were checking around 1 o'clock, and it's after gone up, spend about 2 hours before others are checked in again, which they raise allegation that it means there's corruption, there is malpractice in this ongoing JAMB. So we just want to our man in the house to shed light on that. Is it possible to check in some people after they have spent some hours before others will now be allowed to come in?
No, I think that should go to Dr. Fabian Benjamin, the story you are talking about. But I think what happened from that report, I don't know if what I read is different from your own, is the usual difference in time given to candidates. You already have the time when you go in for the exam. It's spread. It's not everybody that is going in at the same. There are some who have to begin by 1, the next 2 hours maybe 3, and then 5. That's the way it was scheduled. That's where the mix-up happened, and these young ones agitated when they feel so. That's the report I have. The one I don't know, the one you are talking about. But if that is it, I don't think it's a big deal, really, to the operations. Somebody is online. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
But don't worry. All this will go to Dr. Fabian Benjamin.
All right, Olamide Jelade is asking this question. Those candidates that wrote the examination on Saturday, 10th of March, when will JAMB post their result? Thank you. All right, I think Dr. Benjamin.
He has answered that. He said, well, it's they are examining they're studying the CCTV at each centers to confirm that there hasn't been any breach in that center. As soon as that is cleared, it says the results are actually ready. If you want to get it immediately, it's ready, but they just want to clear that and ensure that there was no issue in that hall before they release the result. Just pray that there's no issue in the hall in which you sat for it, that you get your result. It will be more than 72 hours, really, from what he has told us.
International standard practice.
International standard practice. Thank you, sir. Hello, somebody.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, it's another. Yes, sir.
Alright, I hope I'm calling Rock City.
Yes, you are correct.
Alright, this is Mike calling from City of Success, Obantuko.
Go on, Mike, you have less than 2 minutes.
Alright, fine. I just want to create some little observation. Yeah, the JAMB this year was actually okay. But then the method of communicating students about their centers need to be improved by next year. Like, for example, most of them were depending on their email, which of course was the initial step. But later, most of them discovered that without the email, you can go through JAMB website. But much publicity was not created about that. So just to in case for it should be noted.
Okay, that JAMB were not specific as to where they will get the notification. Okay, so you will have preferred what?
So it would have been preferable if they are told that, okay, you have to go to www.jamb.org.ng to reprint, instead of them just waiting for emails to be sent to them.
All right, okay, thank you. Fabian, we'll take this break to allow the national news to come up. After that, we'll be back on the program. Daybreak Show, Rock City 101.9 FM. Stay tuned. Yes, this is the Daybreak Show, Rock City 101.9 FM. In the city of Bekuta, City Forum this morning, we are looking at the ongoing UTME Unified Tertiary Matriculation Exam organized by JAMB, Hiccup Challenges Improvement. And earlier on, we took reports from those who participated and also had the voice of the spokesperson of JAMB, Dr. Fabian Benjamin. In case you missed those that clips from those young ones, let's just have a playback and then we'll be back. All right, you heard them. Positive thinking from those young ones. And in reacting to this, Dr. Benjamin's position is that even if they had 99% success, the 1% is the one they will be more concerned about. They prefer to look at that 1% as the issue and try to solve it. He agreed that it's still not uhuru yet. There are several issues they have to fix in the area of security, in the area of the time in which results are released. This says result, according to him, is being delayed not because of any issue. They are ready, but they just want to clear. They want to monitor, search the CCTV footage to ensure that no center has malpractices indulged in there before the results are released. Of course, there are plans, according to them, to get to the position in which people will now, candidates will write the exam even in your kitchen. Yes, that's where they are moving. About 598 centers all over the country were used for the examination. Of course, the drop in the number of candidates who entered for the exam compared to 2017 was simply, according to him, they've been able to eliminate bogus registration. Okay, and then we have with us in the studio an ICT expert, Mr. Oyesola, who is also doing his own analysis on those reports. There's a question you think you want to answer: how to expand the CBT centers and make it more convenient?
Yes, talking about the role of governments vis-a-vis that of private investors.
Well, I think, thank you very much. I think government should create a system that should vet and certify those private investors or CBT centers to meet up
We have a caller down towards us to hold him on. Hello.
As I was saying,
Sorry, there's somebody here. Hello.
This tweet. This is from Surakat Abiodun. Part of the money declared as revenue supposed to have been used to improve on facilities and the balance of remitted, because I can't imagine a situation whereby students will pay through their noses but at the end encounter avoidable challenges. Akrede Camille tweeted this. What about fraudulent centers and candidates that the JAMB registrar talked about last year? There has not been much cases like that in Ogun State, but what about other places in the country? All right, that's Akrede Camille asking that question. Damilola, you want to quickly react to this contributions?
Wow. So this, well, as regards what was Camille said, I quite agree that there are a lot of about the fraudulent center. However, it has been improved, just like from all information we've been able to gather, that the tension has reduced, and there's just like I said the other time, there's need for improvement as regards creation of more centers, and it's properly monitored. So the main thing that just needs to happen now is just for us to create a system that can ensure that everything is well coordinated, all the CBT centers are certified, and we should ensure that places where the systems are not available, we should bring in more and more people, stakeholders. We should invite stakeholders to this. However, there was something I would like to point out. The other time you asked, you mentioned as regards the incentive for students.
Yes.
I think one of the things JAMB should also do is for them to encourage that students should be given incentives. At least these are some of the things that improve and improve the morale, boost the morale of students. When you hear that, for you getting so there are scholarship available, there are placements, things like this. I believe there are still room for such things and should be encouraged in places like that.
All right, so let's take more tweets. Yemi Da Vinci tweeted this. Unlike last year, when candidates were protesting, this year's UTME has been largely devoid of rancor and acrimonious unpreparedness. Kudos to JAMB. This is all Nigerians asked for, really. JAMB has improved from last year, and hopefully it will be better next year. However, the same problems Baba Obasanjo inherited are the ones we are still battling with. Maybe JAMB registrar should be president. Okay. Thank you for your tweets.
Okay, 08098.
Challenges, technical issues, and I had some calls from some students in which I was notified that they had technical issues and they were asked to reprint their slip.
So they did not sit for the exam?
They didn't sit for the exam on the night. So they were asked to come back for the exam at a later date. So,
okay, now I understand. Not because of any incident of.
All right, there's somebody there. Hello, good morning.
I say candidates. Okay, sorry. I agree with Mr. Oyesola that we need more CBT centers. However, our ultimate goal should be a system where a candidate can walk into any CBT center any time of the year and write the UTME, maybe not more than twice a year. If we say candidates should be writing JAMB at home, how many children have computer systems at home? Even America's SATs is not done at home. Mr. Oyesola, is there a way JAMB and other examination bodies can leverage on the blockchain technology to aid their conduct of online examinations? Akrede Camille tweeted this. Is it true that candidates who didn't receive messages in their mailbox for examination centers can check their spam folders? Surakat Abiodun, government should spend on education and not make it a revenue-generating agency. Doing an exam for 1 month is archaic and retrogressive. I believe money even generated should be able to finance the agency. So government should stop collecting money from them, but only monitor. You want to quickly react, Mr. Oyesola?
Yes. For students who are to check their, who are unable to receive their sleep, they can check their spam mail. However, they can check the JAMB site. There are like 4 different links right now on the JAMB site, jambonline.org.ng, for them to reprint their slip using their email address or their JAMB registration number. So they can do that. For someone said something as regard blockchain technology. Well, I would rather suggest that I would rather suggest to that person that it's better for them to do exam. We should create more centers. Why JAM should see that quality standards, the standard should be maintained. They should create more centers, let other people come into it, make it a level playing ground for everybody, but keep the standard. Even for there is nothing bad for Ogun State to have like the 605 centers where students can walk in and within a day or within a day or two, all the students with over 20,000 students registered in Ogun State will do the exam and everything will be completed. However,
Somebody is there, please. Hello. Yes, sir. Morning. Ciao.
that's conducting exam more than once a
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Yes, it's possible. However, there should be a closing date. I will just say that every
There should be a closing date for all
and
exams.
the closing date should be maintained. If you observe the rate at which the closing date they differ from each other. The closing date for last year was different from that of 2 years ago, was that of other years, as compared to what we know JAM to be that at every 30th of June every year, in which if that can be brought to play, then there is nothing bad for exam to be conducted as much
But
as
for every exam, there should be a start date
starting
and
and
then the
closing
end.
date, and registration should be given.
For
So
every,
they can also
but the
explore
possibility or the positivity of having it
that.
done the way this person, because admission comes just once a year.
Once a year in whole schools.
So how do you think that will change the set of add value to the curriculum? Because if admission comes once a year and then exams start twice a year, it means we'll continue to have backlog.
We might not have backlog. Once there's a closing date, student can do the exam, and you know that okay, once this is the course you are entering in for, and you've written your exam, you're ready. Once the school is available to every school, every higher institution, I mean, we're talking about the university, we're talking about the polytechnics, the colleges of higher education and innovative enterprise institution. They all have spaces. There's an allocated space by JAMB for all this, in which not every one of them, due to the various calendar strikes here and there, and that's what one thing I would like to say as regards that there is need for us to have an all-round approach to when admission should open and when admission should close in all the schools.
All right, Tobi, messages there.
This one is from Leo Leshola. Federal government and state governments should have mercy on the educational sector and system. They should provide more materials in various schools. This point made by Leo Leshi is also linked to the issue of the level of awareness, education, and orientation of the students themselves as regards ICT and even computer. How informed are they about this gadget that we are compelling them to use same for examinations?
Well, thank God. It's getting better, but we still have a long way to go. I have to be sincere with you. I've visited a lot of schools, and situation in which I found the state of systems in some of those schools, they are not quite encouraging. We are now in a world in which chemistry teachers can now use computer to show the human body, in which right now in Nigeria we have not gotten to that stage. we've gotten to that stage, but we have not started using it. And that is why there is need to, that was why I was telling everyone that there is need for us to have an all-round approach. The parents, the government, the teachers, the student themselves, like instead of using their phone on social media alone, they can use it to watch YouTube videos that regard biology, chemistry, and even prepare themselves. We have there's a particular test we run for students, right? That we talk about school, which is an all-round training approach for students in various subjects to prepare them for local and international exams. They can see practicals being run, and these are some of the things we should encourage. It's not just about just going through the blackboard anymore. We is now an approach of using projector. Let's use projector right in class. Let's use computer. Let them see it. Even in the village, it must be encouraged. And you quite agree with me. Things that the children see in form of video, it sticks faster more than you just writing. You have to go back and do a lot of read, cram, forget, or even have to understand this. So I would encourage the government and organizations to please let's create places and learning centers, learning resource centers that could really help. And if for places where they don't have, we can encourage more labs like we do during we have School of Basic Studies. Then we can have learning centers, central points where people can go there. They can really learn. They can watch some of these videos online, meet with we can do collaborative learning. That's what we are doing right now in the education learning section. About deep learning, we do an all-round approach. We follow all this technology. We follow what is going on online, and we see that it works. Collaborative learning systems, and which work on all the devices. I'm talking about your mobile phone, your iPhones, websites, and everywhere. So you don't have issues as regards that, and you can learn it in your own language. And it will even help teachers to build it in their content, whether in local languages. And I've looked forward to such things like this. They're like, we talk about YouTube today. There are a lot of ways in which YouTube can be that is underestimated. I mean, we can use it for a lot of things. We can deploy a lot of learning content. If you teach Yoruba on YouTube, you will see a lot of people learn it. We have videos in which people learn how to cook right online. And this will really help as regards the case of education.
All right, let's quickly look at this issue. In the first term of Ogbeni Raouf Arabashala in Osun State, he distributed the very famous Okoimo tablet, tablet of knowledge, to enhance the learning capabilities and abilities of the students. Can this also be looked into? I'm a bit surprised that many of the governors have not been able to replicate this in their respective states, so that those students, especially those who are planning to write the WAEC and the UTME, to get more access to information and of course prepare for the CBT based examinations.
Yes, I'll quite agree with you as regards the use of Okmoimo. However, collaborative learning is not just a function of the student only. Content have to be developed, the teachers have to be prepared, the parents have to observe that the children are using it for the right thing. Network have to be provided. So if there is no sufficient IT infrastructure in place, such thing that happened in Osun State will still repeat itself anywhere in Nigeria. However, if the content are in place and people are really saying, I mean, students are saying what they really want, and research and development keeps going on every time. They in IT we talk about the it's not about the waterfall model anymore. It's more of an agile approach in which at any point in time, whenever anything comes in, somebody can always chip in something that will add value, that will add knowledge to our knowledge base, to improve the knowledge area of every one of us. So in as much as quite as the something looks good, Are we quite if the IT infrastructure is not well placed, if the internet is not yet ready, if the devices are not available, if the teachers, the parents, the students are not encouraged to use this thing, these devices in the right way, I'm sorry, we might still be experiencing what we experience. Take for instance, some parents are still afraid of their children going online, saying they will be watching pornography, they will be doing yahoo yahoo and things like that. As much as quite agree with them, I believe there are things that parents, people should know that it can still be used in a positive approach. And when we all discover the positive approach, I believe it's hard for them to go towards the something. If you see the positive side, the enough positive side to this thing, there's less of this. Like we have there are a lot of websites right now that you can download books. You can download books online. You can download as much as possible that can keep you busy. Sometimes
we have somebody down. Okay. Let us. Hello, somebody. Yes, sir.
It's hard for such students not to pass JAMB. I mean, not even have an idea. I can remember then, while I was doing my A levels, we go online, we download some past questions online. You watch videos that would help you to pass the exam. You do quizzes online, and it's really, really, really helpful.
All right. Good morning, somebody. Thank you, sir. On the Daybreak Show, Rock City 101.9 FM. We can still squeeze one call more. If what picture of what you think should happen this time next year as regards the examination? We heard all that happened this year, using it to paint a picture of what you want happen next year.
Well, thank you very much. So it's really been a great time. Actually, the picture I see next year is just for us to have more centers. Let's have more innovative centers all around, and perhaps by the time the JAMB and the schools, the higher institutions, the strides are possible to synchronize the calendar, the academic calendar, so that there will be an opening time and a closing time for admission each year. And as much as possible, create platforms. I mean, let's create rooms. They've tried in terms of payments, they've done that. They've done in terms of administration, they've done that.
Okay, Morning, 1 minute will be given. Good morning. All right, Mr. Keshiro.
That said, education should be overhauled in this country, and I think it is high time we move to technological advanced stage than doing a chalkboard teaching. Even whiteboard, all those things are not relevant again. We should move to projecting teaching and learning processes in the classroom. This is an advanced way of teaching, and we should graduate from there. I think the government should do the needful in this area. The government should extend the huge amount of Nigerian income, Nigerian resources to education. Not that it should be budgeting low amount of money into education. I think
all right.
Think twice in this area.
Thank you, Mr. Keshiro. Obviously, the last call for the day. We appreciate you, Damilola Oyesola, for joining us. We thank you so much.
Thank you.
And of course, to all of you out there, those who just tried, don't worry. Tomorrow will be fresh and new with another topic, and you also have the opportunity to participate. Dele Ayodo is my name. I say God bless you all. God bless Nigeria, and God bless Rock City.
And I'm Tobi Joseph. Have a wonderful day.